It's Podular. Welcome back, folks. It is Thursday, March 26th. This is episode 73. Thank you so much for joining us once again for the final March episode before we get into April and Q2 here. Got a little bit of help today with another edition of the Fan Spotlight series. Gonna get some fresh ears on us. Gonna get a little bit of a youth breathed in the fan community here. So we're gonna do a quarterly update of the S tier list that we finished 2025 with. Kind of give a ranking of how shows have gone so far this year, and get into our special guest background. But other than that, got a couple of announcements to go over. But first, let me bring in my co-host, Mr. Scotty Fuller. How are you doing, Scotty?
Doing good, baby. Doing good, man. It is you hit on it, man. We are in the middle of March, the most important part of March, obviously. We've got some important ball coming up. Before we discuss anything else, how is your
Oh
March
boy.
going today, my friend? It when we drop this, it will be game time for you. You will be staring down the barrel of a second weekend March Madness game. So, how we feeling?
Yeah, second in 3 years. We're feeling good. First weekend looked like a good basketball team. Looked like the
Sure
basketball
did.
team that we fell in love with back in January. Those of you guys who don't know yet, I'm diehard college basketball fan, diehard University of Illinois fan, my alma mater. A lot of you guys saw me rocking the orange and blue, and night one at the Eastern this year, where unfortunately my Illini fell to the then number one team in the country, in Alana Rockland's Michigan Wolverines, which they look pretty damn good too, Scotty.
Yes, they do.
We might be getting opportunity to get a four-team Final Four. And Gina's Michigan State Spartans going on here too. So it's a family affair here in the Sweet 16 if we're a Big Ten fan. But I wasn't expecting this, man. It is game day. You're to give you an idea, a picture behind the glass, recording this a couple days before, and you're just bringing my heart right there, and it's pounding out of my chest. Listen, we can do it. We could beat Houston.
Can do it.
And that's all I'll say. It can happen. Yeah. So, and if then that happens, winner of this game's got to beat Iowa or Nebraska to go to a Final Four. So we'll see. Might be an incoming trip to Indianapolis coming up here, but
We believe, baby. We believe.
let's get to it. Back to STS9. No one wants to hear us talk sports. But man, we got a guest to bring in here, Scotty. So I'll let you do what you do best here and
Yes,
bring in
sir.
our fan spotlight guest.
Yeah, dude. Our guest today, we met by chance in Atlanta. He spotted Nate from the Illinois Jacket and asked us, "Hey, are you the Podular guys?" And of course we were, and we fired up a little conversation. Nate said it best. Got a little bit of youth with us today. This man has only seen 14 STS9 shows, and hey, that's 14 shows. That's nothing to shake a stick at. He discovered them at Resonate in 2024 and has been chasing that feeling ever since. So joining us from Colorado today, Mr. TJ Russo. What's up, man?
Yoo-hoo! Yoo-hoo! Super stoked to be here. Honor and privilege to be talking my favorite band with you guys. Such knowledgeable people. You guys got tons of good information and knowledge, and just super stoked to be talking about a bunch of awesome people who play awesome instruments and awesome people who listen to the people who play awesome instruments.
Yes, sir.
That term knowledge is very nice of you. Yeah, it's very useful knowledge that we got stirred up in here. But man, it's refreshing, TJ, on a podcast that's typically full of people who call themselves heads, right? The old heads and everything like that. I think me and Scotty have been waiting to have someone like you that's just discovered the band in the last couple of years and get that kind of perspective. So I'm excited to dive into that with you. But boys, we got a new studio release over the last couple of weeks with the Something Level Up remix officially released on Bandcamp. I believe it's on all the other streaming platforms as well.
Yes.
Um, this shit's banging out of the studio.
Yeah, man. Put through the 300 speakers in the subwoofer in the back, man. This thing rips. We have been at a really interesting era for a while now where the studio releases are just so masterfully done. Shout out Brad. He makes the band sound even better than they could on their own. And it really comes through so well on these remixes. So that was my first impression is lots of little textural noises and sounds that I hadn't really caught in the live versions.
They might be. I don't know if they've been on the live versions. But like one thing about this and the Better Day remix is like it seems like every time they play it, you're either I'm noticing something different or something is a little bit different about them. I think it's the latter actually.
Sure.
Um, and it was just funny that when this got released, the first text I woke up to that morning was from you, Scotty, being like, "Holy shit, this Something remix, Alana is banging on this shit."
Yeah.
Now, here's my question. Do you think like they did any re-recording of any stems or anything like that from something? Like
Interesting.
or yeah, is something being totally chopped up? I would think the it would be the former that they did record some stuff because there's some new melodies and stuff like that in there too. But like I don't know, Brad talked to us, Scotty, about the idea of like giving Hunter the fishing rod, right?
Yeah.
Um, and if it's the latter, then I wouldn't. It like based off how they rolled these out on social media before the LA shows, um, it seemed like Hunter was kind of showing them what he had been up to.
Hmm.
So this could be kind of a product of that, idea that Brad was talking about in terms of like basically showing Hunter how to run a world-class studio by himself. So like
Sure.
Brad didn't have to hold his hand through it, like that kind of process or even be
Yeah.
involved in it, right?
Who
Um,
knows?
which I'm sure he's involved in mastering and everything like that. But yeah, this brings up more questions than answers, honestly. But it's cool because I think it was pretty unexpected. And yeah, I'm probably excited to hear what the Better Day remix will sound like in the studio as well. But
Yeah, TJ, this is we're already running into interesting questions that none of our other guests would get just because of how long they've been around. What is your relationship with Artifact?
Um, it's there when they play live, it's always banging. It's always banging. But as far as like studio goes, they I've been fortunate enough when I came around, they've been releasing a lot of new studio stuff that I've just more been getting into.
Sure.
If you include
it's
Chromolite,
yeah.
um, Human Dream, and now these remixes, it's a lot of new stuff that I'm uncovering. I've definitely explored those earlier albums, Interplanetary Escape, of course, all of them.
Yeah.
But they're just pumping out so much new stuff that I feel like I'm just trying to keep up what they're
Sure.
trying to do now. They're just doing so much stuff now.
I
No,
Uh,
love that answer.
it's totally drinking from a fire hose because like Scotty, it probably took me and you so much longer to like into our fandom based on where we came in, right? 2010, 2011, to
Hmm.
like really appreciate Artifact. Like as opposed to TJ, who like just started seeing them in 2024, where like it's kind of it had its resurface in 2017, and then obviously with the 20th anniversary in 2025, you've been lucky enough just a year into your fandom to see him do like an Artifact show where like me and Scotty waited 7, 8 years for that kind of thing to happen, right? So,
Jeez.
um, yeah, it's like it's probably a little bit less lore to you because it's like it's so prominent, right?
Sure.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
that is a really interesting perspective and a great question, Scotty. Great way to
Yeah.
start us off there.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And
Um,
yeah, we can well actually no, we got one more thing to talk about. We've got some openers
Yeah,
for
and a
Charleston.
and a theme. Just hot off your Jeopardy theme category there,
Uh-huh.
Scotty. So
Meta theme.
um meta theme. So the Charleston shows, which again are going down on May 8th and May 9th in 2026 back at the refinery. May 8th it looks like, or yes. Maddie O'Neill, I want to say
Friend of the show.
Kraken.
Yeah, that's that usually when the V gets replaced with a vowel, it's to replace the A, I think.
Krivkin, Milky Haze live set. That sounds fucking awesome. I've never heard of
Yeah,
Milky Haze, but fuck me, dude. And
I'm
then
in.
late night radio, fucks. Oh my God. Like,
Yeah,
Hmm.
dude.
when's the
Yeah.
last time late night radio opened for STS9? I feel like that's been a while.
No, that's like
Um,
2010 era. That's like when we first started seeing them. You don't see late night radio's name pop up a whole lot lately.
I
This is
I
cool.
f- I feel like the last time he was on a bill with STS9 was TJ's first weekend at Resonate in
Yep,
2024.
that's
Which
what I was
dude,
to say. Hmm.
late night radio, that guy has chops, dude. He's been around for so long and he's so
Uh-huh.
talented. And that mix between him and STS9, I'd like to see that happen a little bit more often. And then, yeah, the theme being Better Day. These are Better Day shows. Um, they said we're bringing two Better Day shows to the refinery, and are leveling this party up. Um, I've heard some whispers of what this might mean, like kind of up tempo, blissy, housey type sets with, TJ, you've been to this venue before, right? Where like after the show ends, like there's like kind of afters, like DJ McNice played an
Hmm.
afters, at like kind of like in the kind of back bar area too. So that's what I've heard is that we could expect some stuff going on with these artists doing things like that, along with being openers. And then obviously we're probably, I would assume like that weekend would be a good weekend to launch the studio release of the Better Day remix.
Sure.
So I mean, just some added incentive to get to a really cool fucking city that I haven't been to yet. I've been itching to go to, and unfortunately can't make these happen. Um, in South Carolina in May before it gets a little bit too hot down there, probably. But yeah, TJ, you making it back down?
We'll see, man. We'll see. We had plans to go originally, and then we were like kind of, and now they're like they're starting to like reel me back in. So
Yeah.
it might be a
Anytime you get a
thing.
good theme on a weekend, it piques your interest a little bit, I think.
Yeah, I mean, especially around a track like Better Day, which I mean it means a lot to us as a show here, Scotty. But yeah, like you
On
said, man,
top of
friend of the
a
pod.
re
You
I was
what?
gonna say on top of a reschedule. On top of a reschedule too, I feel like they always bring it on reschedules,
That's
man.
true.
That's true.
Um,
Great point.
they
Great
always get
point.
a little extra chip on their shoulder, I feel like, and they just
TJ,
keep trying to sweeten the pot.
yep.
Um,
TJ's learning quickly. Love it. Um, but yeah, friend of the pod with Maddie, getting the chance to play with them too. That's fucking awesome. She's been on a
mm,
goddamn tear. She just had a headlining show at Mission, I think, Scotty too, and that looked
Yes.
like a banger. So I mean, I thought after Asheville that would be the last time we see her opening for STS
I
Sign.
did
So
too. This
yeah.
surprised me. This is people. Everyone is very lucky that's going to get to see that because Maddie is out of here, man, and it's cool to see this because I agree. I don't think we're gonna continue to see this for much longer. She's playing some huge rooms right now.
Yeah, openers were gotten so far in 2026, like LaSpecial and Maddie O'Neill probably won't be happening after this year
Sure.
again. So, but yeah, TJ, man, let's get into you, dog. Me and Scotty are very excited to discuss kind of your thread here. So where are you from, man? What kind of music did you listen to growing up? Let's start there.
yeah, so I grew up in South Florida. Um, lived there for about 24 years. Grew up listening to a lot of classic rock. Um, Springsteen, heavy influence with Springsteen, Pearl Jam. Um,
Old
saw
soul.
about 10. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Saw about 10 Pearl Jam shows, probably about 5 or 6 Springsteen songs, shows. Saw the Police a couple times even. Um, it was a heavy rock background.
Is that
Um,
from your parents? Did your parents kind of put you on the good shit?
for sure, for sure, for sure. Shout out to
Cool.
my dad, Jeff Russo, man. He put me on. He put me on for sure.
Wait,
Um,
oh,
and
I thought you said Joe for a second. I was like, wait, your dad's name is Joe Russo. That'd be
my
hilarious.
cousin's actually Joe Russo. My cousin's actually Joe Russo, who's in Denver. He's in Denver too.
Nice.
But yeah, man. So I started listening to them. Never really like got into like jam bands or like Grateful Dead or anything like that. Um, yeah, until I saw them on a whim at Resonate. Um, Always just loved going seeing music festivals at Swanee. We saw Branquility. Never made it to Hula, Resonate, and a couple other smaller festivals. And it was just post COVID, and we just wanted to go to a music festival because we hadn't been so long. And we didn't even know who was playing, so we just were like, yeah, let's get into it. Um,
So no
and
pretenses about STS9. Nobody's bringing you and saying, "Hey, let me show you this." You're just going and stumbling upon them.
Yep, for sure. Like when I got the tickets, I just like listened to a few songs off the studio album, Universe Inside at the time, and yeah, we just ripped it from there, and it was um, I had never seen a band. I've seen a lot of music. I feel like good amount for my age, and just the versatility that they put on display that whole weekend. From doing sub ID, Pips, Zach, doing their own sets, and then coming together and having so much versatility and diversity that they played within.
Wow, it never.
Uh,
I didn't even think about the fact that you were that you're at the Resonate where you're getting them in multiple different iterations with the DJ set and the Fips and the sub ID. What a cool first taste of this band.
Yeah, that is pretty fucking cool,
yeah,
man.
dude, we saw. I mean, they set the tone right away. They did sub ID, and I had never seen drum and bass with an actual bass. Um,
Yeah.
and then it was just yeah. Um, Night one they had like a normal set. Night two they did the Chromolite. On end of night one they did Chromolite, and then night two they started Axe the Cables, and
XG
night
Funk.
two normal set.
Dude, that okay.
Um,
Let's recap that real quick. Within TJ's first 2 or 3 days of STS9, he caught a sub ID set. He caught a Phipps solo set. He caught a Zach solo set. He caught a Chromolite set. Two regular sets and a fucking Axa cable set. Damn, Scotty, what it would have been like to start seeing STS9 in
Dude,
2024.
he is Stewie selling his t-shirt for another experience after that, dude. That is the most unrealistic first weekend of fucking Sound Tribe I think I've ever heard. Like
Yeah.
you would have to go to Wavespell or Camp Elsewhere to get anything remotely looking like that in a three to
Yep.
4 day span. They're like, and they're you can count those events that have happened like that on one hand. That is staggering.
Yep.
I never thought about that. You told us when we met you at the Eastern that Resonate was your first show, but until I'm looking at it and hearing you talk about it, that hadn't really set into me what that meant in terms of what you saw in your first few days. That's really fucking cool.
Yeah,
yeah, and I had no idea.
that'll get you hooked. I mean, like, if anyone in the band or management is listening, like, hey, like more shit, more weekends like that get new fans hooked pretty quickly. But how do you happen to remember the first song that you heard off to UI? Did you just kind of rip it right away from Supercluster, or do you remember that first song?
Um, no, no, because I was just like trying to get ready for the festival, like just like
Yeah,
who's playing, I was just loading songs on a playlist because we decided to go like last minute. It was like within 1 month.
And
Um,
had you
so
still lived in
it wasn't
Florida at
much.
that time?
I was, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And how far
Um,
were you from Live Oak? Where exactly were you coming from?
Boynton Beach, so it's about maybe 10 to 9, 10 hours. I
Damn.
met
God,
up with
Florida's
my
so
best
fucking
friend Nate.
big, dude.
Yeah, it's long. It's long. It's really long. It's not wide, but it's long.
Yeah.
So I
Hey,
drove up from Boynton, met my best friend Nate
yep.
in Orlando, and then we drove up from there, and then the
Fuck
drive
yeah.
back, everything was different.
Hell yeah. Well, let's go
Hmm.
to that first weekend. You had a carefully selected clip for us from one of those shows here. So boys, let's listen to some music. What do you say?
Let's do it.
Hmm.
Holy fucking shit. Kid came to fuck around today.
Mm-hmm.
I like your fucking style, TJ.
That
Let's go.
is a
Let's go.
nice little fucking ditty that we have not revisited yet on the
No, I can I make a confession about that one, guys? During that era that
Mm.
they were doing the Chromolite sets, not to say that I didn't like them. I did. But with that style of set, you kind of always knew what was coming in terms of the songs, not in terms of the style of play. I know they opened different ones up. I had never gone back to that Chromolite set front to back. And I don't know if I went to it at all, honestly. So that Searchlight was fresh to my ears, and god damn,
Yeah,
dude, that is up there with any of the other ones that we've covered on this podcast.
definitely. Yeah, I and dude, something that sticks out about the Fires opener,
Mhm.
uh, that
Mm.
was a new slot for that song. I mean, what this was the third Chromolite set. That
Mhm.
also like, I mean, you can say what you want, but like, yeah, playing around with the placement of these songs is really fucking cool. But yeah, man. I mean, you talked about with us before the show here, TJ, about like it being so much more than music, right? So like coming away from your first weekend from here, like talk to us about your takeaways other than the music first, the community, the musicianship, the
Lights.
yeah, anything that you notice from this multi-sensory experience. I'm
Um.
sure that you got.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Lights first. I mean, especially in that Searchlight. Um. You could. I remember like doing a little bit of research on that. There wasn't much information on the
So
Chromolite. I
you
think they
came
had the Red
in
Rocks.
knowing a little bit about what Chromolite was in terms of like the difference between that and a normal set.
Yeah, because they had said it like on the Resonate was like advertising that they were doing a Chromolite and AXA cables.
Hmm.
So I knew going in that they were gonna do that. And I knew that they were the headliner, so I was like, all right, like let me do some research on. I mean, if they're putting this time, energy, and effort into a specific intention within the music, like I kind of want to figure out what that intention is before. Um, and yeah, I mean, like in that Searchlight, I mean, that's what kind of brought me into that song in the start where they dropped that bam, 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 bam,
Yeah.
bam.
Hmm.
And at the time, Tiberius had like the light, like it was just like literally a searchlight from one of the
Yeah.
lights, just like going like in the crowd. And it
Hmm.
was like, all right, like this is like I could see what they were doing with the other songs. And you could tell like they were a little bit more new to the other songs in that set, like the first six, and then they did Human Dream and then Searchlight, and you could tell that they were getting a little bit more comfortable with those last two.
Sure.
Yeah.
Um,
And I think that's proven to be true since. I mean, both of those songs have stayed in rotation where more or less most of the other songs have kind of at least found a spot on the bench for now. So yeah, I
mhm,
think that was true with them all the way to the first time they were played. Those are two of the big standouts.
yeah. And yeah, it was just like um, just like I just remember being in the crowd, and like the first set when the first set night one, I was just
People's
standing
opener.
there taking it in. Yeah, and everyone was just dancing, and I was like, "Damn, this is what's up. This is yeah. People are getting down. I like this. I like this." I was taking still like a little bit more like reflective, like damn, like I had never was just kind of taking it in that first night, and then second night we were getting a little bit more integrated. That Axe the Cables was like they were just stripped down, so you could really just see them at their bare bones and their foundation, um, and then just got fully integrated that last set. And I'll
So
never forget that Blue Mood, man.
fuck. Was that so what was your like aha moment? Like you're like, "Oh, my life is different after that song that I just heard."
Um, yeah, it was Forest Hue into Blue Moon.
Okay.
It was all culminating into that point. But it was
Okay.
just like, uh, again, I was talking about the versatility and diversity. I mean, they had like this like very airy, light, bird sounding song that was chilling, and then they did this beautiful seamless transition into this like somehow it was like very airy to like my face is just getting melted
Yeah, it's a rock
by
song. Yeah.
yeah and it was just that whole sequence and just getting yeah it was just insane
So
insane in the
I
membrane.
I have one question because I remember this being like, oh my God, like I still remember this so clearly, like where I was and finding out that you could listen to these sets again. Were you aware of that as you were going through this, that you would go be able to go back and pull this up? And what was
No
that
shot.
moment like for you? And you're like, wait a minute, what are you talking about? I get to go hear that all again.
Yeah, my best friend Nate sent me the link to it, and my mouth kind of like I just remember I was laying on my bed and just like, whoa, man, this is just awesome, awesome. Because I know Pearl Jam does it. Pearl Jam, like
Yes.
they since like
Springsteen
'03.
does too, I think.
Yeah, Springsteen's a little bit more subtle, but Pearl Jam is like they do the same thing as Tribe. They do every like
Yeah.
show on Nugs, every show. Um, so when they had that similarity too, like that connection that I was kind of familiar with, whereas Pearl Jam, it's more maybe Eddie's voice and like messages and stuff. Here the message is all in the music,
Mm.
and I think that's what I've really gravitated towards with them. It's just their message is it's all in playing the instruments and yeah, that's the shit right now.
Fuck yeah, dude. So
Mm-hmm.
after Resonate, what's your next step? Where you're like, where can I see that next, or what's your next show, or talk us through the following months.
Yeah, so crazy thing, I was in Florida. I actually get back from Resonate. I'm looking for a job in tennis. I really was liking tennis at the time. And then like it was like 2 weeks after Resonate, I got a call to work a job working tennis up north. Um, and I was there all summer, and then I saw that they were coming for those 4 shows. I couldn't make the New York and the Philly one before, but I knew Boston was like an hour and a half from where I was. Um, and yeah, I was grateful enough. My aunt was in Connecticut, so we were able to have a little family affair, get
Fuck
together, and it was
yeah.
my third show. So like this was like I was still like I still hadn't seen a full like just set of STS 9.
Yeah,
It was
Yeah,
always
proper show outside of a festival. Yeah.
yeah,
and like they were doing the acts and the chroma light, so like it was just like a full on. This is what they do.
yeah.
Um, and just to be able to share it with her, I mean, it was a Sunday show, and yeah, I see why they say don't miss the Sunday shows, man. And another absolute that solidified it. It was like, all right, yeah, like wasn't a miracle. These guys are making magic. You know, a miracle is only happens once. Like Herb Brooks when he said in the pregame speech against when they were going against Russia and the professionals, he was like, they might beat us out of 100 times, they might beat us 99 times, but not here, not tonight. And that's a miracle on ice. And these guys don't create a miracle; they create magic because they do it consistently.
They're
And that's
magicians. I like that.
Wow.
mm-hmm,
Or wizards,
mm-hmm,
because the magic is fucking real. They're not illusions, right? Like,
mm-hmm.
Ah.
so so you
So for real.
you share something in common with our favorite guitarist in Hunter Brown. You're a tennis man. Were you a tennis pro, or what were you doing up there?
I was trying to become a tennis pro. So I just was getting my start in maintenance, but just started messing around. So like started stringing rackets and stuff. Um, and yeah, I do always wonder. I was talking to Scotty about it. I wonder. I know Hunter used to play tennis, which is a big string sport. It's all about strings.
Yeah.
Um, so I don't know if there's any connection there with strings of tennis and strings here. Um, feels like there
I
is.
hadn't forgotten about that question. We've got a little something brewing with him eventually, and I will bring that up again. I've thought about that a couple of times since you since we talked about that at the Eastern. Actually, I think that's a
Yeah.
fascinating connection that he might not have made, but just I'm sure you can, and I said this to you at the Eastern, but I'm sure when you string a tennis racket, if it's strung wrong, you feel it in the way it vibrates, and
Yeah.
you got to imagine that there's some kind of deep cut rabbit hole connection there.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Did you do any clay court maintenance? I did clay court maintenance for like 8 years during like high school. So you do a
Yeah,
bunch of
dude.
that too? Yeah.
Hard true,
That's
baby.
yeah, hard true. Yeah. Just that and all your socks and shoes and shit. I'm sure you have pairs of shoes that you can get that shit out of. But it's an art. It's an art form. It is. It's a great job
Most
to
definitely.
just rip some STS9 too. So
You
but
know it.
that's
That was me in the morning. Heck yeah,
yeah.
bro.
Um
Heck yeah.
but then you make the move to Colorado,
You're
right?
such a Sound Tribe stereotype. You get a little taste of the shit and you go straight to Colorado. Was that was that intent? I mean, was that intentional? Did you do any research and you're like, well, they come here fucking a million times a year usually, and or did you just follow an opportunity?
No, dude, I was doing seasonal stuff, so I'd go up like in the Northeast in the summer, and then I'm from Florida, so I'd work Florida in the winter. I was up in Boston right there after I had seen him, um, and I was supposed to go down and work in Florida, and then like housing fell through, so I was like, I might try something different and just go, where's another winter season? Colorado's got a winter season,
Yeah, not this
so.
season, but
Yeah, yeah, I was out there today, bro. It was warm. It was warm. But yeah, yeah. So I ripped it and didn't see him. I'm glad I did come. Because
yeah,
last
quite the
year,
timing.
last year I missed him at Dillon, so I'm glad I'm here. Was able to catch him for the 5 nights, man. All five.
Fuck yeah. Um, we'll talk a little bit about like your experience with the STS9 community so far, right? Like,
Yeah,
we've had a lot of people on that have seen a lot of people come and go, been a huge part of the community for so long, where it's like that initial feeling of like when you kind of integrate yourself into that can kind of be lost on some of us that have been around it for so long, where we almost maybe take it for granted. So talk to us,
Certainly take it for granted.
yeah. Talk to us a little bit about your experience with that so far.
yeah. I think it goes on the opposite end of for me. I'm a little newbie to it, so I don't have much awareness to it. I'm trying to get into it.
Hmm.
Um, but I can say it for the Colorado shows, I didn't go with anyone, but I never felt alone. I always was talking to people and making friends in the crowd. I'm terrible with names. I wish I had it, but like just for example, like we went to a yoga, they were doing like an STS9 themed yoga class before Gates.
Sick.
Um, we did that, and then the person who taught the class was at Gates, and her husband was there, and just vibed out. And then the next night at Serves, I showed up by myself, and I ran into him and just was vibing, dancing all night long with him. So that's just yeah, I don't know how to describe it. I just got kind of examples of just like always just kind of going and just everyone's just a friend, it seems like. So just trying to explore it more and more, I guess.
I'd love that you soloed all 5 nights. That's so cool, TJ. Hey, tell the story about how you discovered us. I just I loved that. That was how we met. You knew
Yeah,
us, and just it seems like you caught us pretty early in our time.
for sure, for sure. So yeah, we had Boston and then we went to Charleston after, and you guys started the podcast kind of like right after Charleston.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And then so I was 5 shows in, I was like, this shit's fucking real, dude. Um, but like, I was like trying to search around and look, and I had known that like, they were playing. I was born in '98. They started playing live music in '97. So they
Yeah.
had been playing music longer than I've been alive. Um, So I was like trying to research, and like there's not much on him. Like at that time period after Charleston, like right after that, they threw the fuck down for the anniversary, bro. It was. I was like trying to get as much information about him as
Hmm.
possible.
Yeah, and
Beyond dancing.
a weekend like that too, where they're like celebrating like an anniversary. That kind of stuff is like in the air, right? Like the lore is in the air, and like it's like something that like if you, I mean, I think me and Scotty can both say like as soon as you find a rabbit hole, you want to go down it as far as possible. So I'm sure that was part of
Mhm.
it, but sorry to interrupt. Keep
Most
going.
definitely. No, 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 no. To build off what you were saying, like you could kind of feel it, you can sense it. It was all around. Um, but like all great history, it wasn't in like a book or like modern day history now video or something like that. Um, couldn't really find information on them. And then you guys dropped that first podcast, and I was like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, this is what I was looking for, man. So
Has it
it
helped?
just came, yeah, dude. Heck yeah. Yeah, dude, I'm here now, dude.
Yeah, it's true.
Um,
That's true.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, so I mean, like, just like gaining information, and just like the way you guys kind of break down the way they play because like they've been playing for so long, it's and they've evolved so much that um there's a lot going on. Those videos, the digital tour bus, I don't know if you guys have seen that where like they're breaking down
Yeah,
like they've done Awana's rig and Phipps's rig. Dude, like that's how much if you haven't seen that, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
There's so much going on. So like to have it broken down is huge. Just because they're putting out a lot of high octane stuff. So
yeah,
it's
and then there's a lot of nuances and there's a lot to fucking unpack like after
Mhm.
some of these shows. But yeah, no, glad you stumbled across it, man.
Of course.
Of
Hey,
course.
before we get into the kind of the reason you're here, a lot of the songs that we've talked about so far that you've connected to outside of that Blue Mood have been newer songs. Talk to us about what Grow means to you, and you sent us a really comprehensive note of kind of your experience with this band, and I liked your little section about Grow. So just talk about what that song means to you.
Yeah. It was played the first night, first night at Resonate. And it was kind of after that Peoples, I think. Um, I hope I'm not mixing up Seed and Grow.
I was just looking at this set. I'll tell you in a second.
Yeah. I do believe it was on there. So much music in a short period of time. But it's just
You were talking about the band getting better and better, and Zach talking about it
yes,
all the time,
yes,
and we
bro.
kind of wanted you to
Yeah,
expound upon about that a little bit. Yeah.
yeah, no, for sure. So like Zach always, once you get integrated with it, is that he always talks about it's a symbiotic relationship. And like that's what wanted me to keep coming back from that first Resonate show. Um, was like I kind of was like stuck those first couple shows until that Blue Mood came on. I started dancing, but then from that on, I kind of wanted to dance more and more. Um, and I always talk about it with everyone. They just keep getting better and better. They just keep getting better and better. And in a symbiotic relationship, the inputs always have to match the outputs if it's going to be a healthy, good symbiotic relationship. Um, and they just push me because they're always getting better and better. The music that they produce is always getting better and better. It's evolving, it's changing. Um, I just want to keep doing the same thing. Trying to just keep better. Bring when that moment comes to get down. I want to get as down and as low as possible. And bring it. And yeah, that's just what keeps bringing me back and back and to grow and grow.
Good shit,
Yeah,
man. Well,
yeah.
let's get pretentious, why don't we, boys?
Mm.
This is This is our S tier episode. We didn't just bring TJ on to tell us about his background with this band. We've got a lot more shows this year. We are already at about half of what we had for all of last year. And like Nate said, we're just closing out quarter 1 of the year. So if we see anything resembling the output for the rest of the year, we're looking at 40 to 50 shows probably. And that being said, the S tier was a lot of fun last year. We didn't want to throw it to the wayside just because there was too much content. So this was kind of our idea to make it more of a running list. We're going to take the first 13 shows that have been played, discuss them, and set up our first interpretation of the S tier list. And as we get more shows throughout the year, we'll kind of do one of these at the end of every quarter, add shows, maybe even move around what we put today. Nothing set in stone until we wrap it up at the end of the year. And this should be a lot more fun. We'll keep the party going. So, we ready to get into it, guys?
Let's do
Oh
it.
yeah.
So, man, you guys both have 5 shows on me so far this year. And don't worry, I'm gonna be catching up.
Uh,
Little announcement here. Gina and I will be at both nights of Jazz Fest and both nights of Austin. So I'll catch up eventually, boys. But um,
Mhm.
yeah,
you'll
I
be
mean,
you'll be caught up to me after that. I don't have 5. I've got 4. I
that's
didn't
right.
I didn't do
That's you
belly
didn't
up.
do Aspen. You didn't do
Hmm.
Aspen. Um, Man, so where do we start here? Do we start in
Let's
Aspen?
We
Yeah.
start in Aspen. We start in Aspen. There's no sound checks or anything. I think it will be fun if we do get some sound check releases to include those in this year. But right now we're starting at Belly Up. So night 1 of the 5-night Colorado run. This is January 21st, 2026, first show of the year, first song of the year. We're kicking off with a really what. Then we get into a totem, Golden Gate into Peachtree, Worry No More,
Mm.
Atlas Dusk Summit. Um,
Mm.
Man, this Atlas Dusk Summit, we talked about it a good amount when we did these episodes, but uh, this is kind of the standout moment of the year for me so far. Of course, only show that I wasn't at, but of this run. But man, just the dark to light of this really gets me. This is a really solid set. Thoughts, TJ, as somebody that was there.
Yeah, yeah, that spot you're talking about in particular, Atlas Dusk Summit, super small venue in Aspen. I was there by myself then, and it was I had actually gotten pushed. It's really easy to get pushed to the back there,
Sure.
Yeah.
and I kept getting pushed back, and I just remember like I was literally in the corner, like it's like a triangle. For those who
Yep.
haven't been in Belly Up, it's like a triangle, and then the stairs, and I'm literally in the back triangle.
Yep.
At the top of the isosceles triangle. And I, even though I was in the back, I still felt like I was on top because of that summit that was being played. And that was just like that was a cool moment. I just felt like dusk, like I kept getting pushed back, and it was like getting those dark vibes. And I was like, oh man, dude, I really am getting pulled back here. And then they pulled out summit, and it was just felt like the opposite, down up. It was.
So I I have an idea about where we could start with a category here on the S tier list. And those are um just wild journeys the band takes you on. And there's gonna be another one from the East Coast run here as well. But like that to me, that's where that screams at me right now is just wild. What a fucking ride. How about that? Do we
Sure.
start
And
that
and
one?
and
Mhm.
and and very
Mhm.
appropriate and to close it out because that's just set 1. Then we've got and I like this because now I'm reading the second set through the lens of what you just said and I'm totally on board here. We've got a March opener marching into another fucking journey, baby. What are we marching towards? Possibilities of into fucking Poseidon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's big boy pants right there.
Yeah.
Human Dream, Sky High, even the song titles are very whimsical.
Mm-hmm.
Like I Do in the Glass, For Your Puma,
Massive glass.
yeah, Massive
Yeah,
Glass,
really good
absolutely.
glass.
We played that, didn't we?
I'm
Mm-hmm.
not sure. I think we did. Yeah, yeah.
And then Encore Mobster Suite. Haven't seen that since in any shows, right?
I think no, no. We saw Surreality Eve in was that New York?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
So
not the
Is one of
full
them.
not the
suite,
full
right?
suite. No,
Yeah.
no, no. Yeah.
So what would you name this category?
What a fucking ride.
What a fucking ride. All right, word.
Yeah. All right.
Are we
Yeah.
all in agreement with that one? I like
That
that
sound
because
good?
Most
4 hour
definitely.
fucking drive
Most
to
definitely.
Aspen.
True. You got the drive for sure. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
All
too.
right.
That too. Yeah, that's some more sauce in there too.
So talk to us about that ride, TJ, as we prepare to rank this next show because I was backstage with the band and they said it was quite the fucking turnaround for them. Obviously, I'm sure it's a little rougher for them than it was for a fan, but getting from Aspen to Fort Collins, what was that turnaround like for you?
Yeah, so I'm pretty lucky. So I'm in Keystone. So it's halfway in between. So
Okay.
super probably no better spot you could be
Did
in.
you go home?
But that night, yeah, yeah, dude. I
Oh,
skied Aspen
nice.
that day, and then I went out, bro. But that ride at dark with no light, like it's just pitch black, and there's up, down,
Yeah.
and like, dude, that yeah. I'm from Florida, dude. It's flat. The highest elevation in South Florida is 82 feet. So I got that four-cylinder Nissan Frontier, and we're just moving, man.
Oh
We're just
my
moving
God,
up and down them hills.
you're front wheel driving through fucking Aspen in January.
Rear wheel
Oh,
driving,
real
yeah.
weird drive. Oh, that's even worse. Um, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. All right. Well, you made it safely there. Nate, you want to read this one?
What a ride.
Now you go for it.
All right. Uh, so Fort Collins, Washington, one night later, 122. Some singing Arigato. It's all right into Glowgly, into Grow.
Mm,
Uh, Reminisce into Water Song, World Go Round.
Mm-hmm.
The Reminisce into Water
Massive.
Song.
yeah, I think that's a generous like segue. I
Sure.
for me, keep reading the set list, Scotty, because for
Uh,
me this night was all about one song.
So Strange Games into Portal, Lift You Up into Mod, Yabez,
Stop
Menacer,
right there. Stop right there.
Yabez.
Yabez. Jam of the year
Mm-hmm.
so far for
Jam
me.
of the Year.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
in 2026, I would say. I don't think it's gotten better than that, Yabez.
Okay. And then falling, and this was falling Satori falling. It's not labeled like that on the set list, but that's
Yes.
what it is. Um,
Mm,
and then
Yeah.
Enceladus Moon Socket, which was a fucking chunky 20 minutes of music, man.
mm-hmm.
Um, and then
Devil's Koki.
Yeah.
encore Clickling Echo, which I'm not a Clickling Echo hater. I do remember being like, oh man, they could have stuck the landing a little harder than Clickling Echo, than this on
For
the
an
tape.
encore on that kind of show, for sure. Yeah, I would think so. Yeah.
Yeah. And again, there's some absolutely unbelievable Clickling Echoes, but I don't think this Clickling Echo is going to make anyone's list at the end of the year. And
Mm-hmm.
full of a show that,
There.
like you said, there's a lot of moments in this one. Um, what are we thinking, guys? TJ, where does this one rank for you? Let's start there because where does this one rank for you amongst the Colorado run?
Dude, I thought it. I was thinking about that today. This is the toughest choice. I think it was like between um uh, I I think it was a little bit better than Aspen just because of the fifth birthday vibes. I think
Yeah.
there was just a
I
little bit of
agree.
extra sauce on those modulars and stuff like that. That really just took it over just a little bit more than the Aspen one. Um, and then I think also that mod before Jeeps was also a
Yep.
huge a banger as well. I think the energy was super high for that show. I was rocking with it. I was rocking with it.
Yeah, I'm with you, TJ. I think this song stands above Aspen for sure. So we'll start a new category for it. Um,
Do we want to say jam of the year?
yeah, should we start there?
Yeah.
Because yeah, because it sounds like Scotty, you have a different idea of what that could be, and we could put that show in um that category as well once we get to it. So
Yeah. Yeah. Well, honestly, dude, honestly though, the it's all right from this show is very
oh
high up
yep,
on my
yep,
list of jams of the
Huge,
year too.
huge,
yeah.
So
huge.
you know what, man? I think Jam of the Year would like we can argue about the Jabez or the It's All Right, but I don't know if they've gotten there outside of this show with any other song. Maybe we'll stumble upon one that we're forgetting right now, but I
Right.
think double Jam of the Year, I think would be what I'd name this category because of those two songs.
Jams of
Mm-hmm.
the year, we'll
Jams
say.
of the year. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
All right. Fuck yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All
Yeah.
right, we're moving along here. And we are in Denver proper. For Mission Ballroom here. Man, I feel like I wasn't there. But I'll start by saying like what this night comes away with for me is like it was a lot about the venue, right?
Yes. I think that's a fair
Um,
take.
so I mean, I feel like we could do something around because they played some cool fucking venues this year so far. Um, so I feel like we could do something around like awesome fucking room for STS9.
Well, so let's read the set list. We've got
Yeah.
Surge into Searchlight, G Funk into Hubble into Sun Moon and
Oh my,
Stars
yeah, this
into
first set
Rent.
is out of control.
I'm gonna say it again. G Funk into Hubble into Sun Moon and Stars into Rent.
Yep.
Presence of Light, Something Level Up remix into Year Infinity remix into Year Infinity. Um, I mean, dude, this is fucking dance hall shit, bro. And then opening up the second set with Better Day remix, Breathe In, a fucking fat breathe in. Vapors into Lives of Symphony and Unity, it's all right. Balancing into 118, Gob Nugget, Big Bass, and Light Reveals into Shaky Ground, Walk the Sky. Um, yeah, this is nightclub shit, bro.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I maybe that's the category name. I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to beat a dead horse about how I feel about this night. Looking back on it on paper, it's way better than I felt like it was in the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I I don't put it above any of these other nights in
I
Colorado.
agree.
That's
I
fair.
agree.
Yeah, I've got it in its in the category below for now. Nightclub shit, dance hall shit.
Yeah,
I don't
some
know. TJ,
Wagwan.
Guaguan. All right, we'll go with that for now. I love that. How would I spell that? How are the kids spelling that? Guaguan.
WAH space GWAN.
There we
Oh,
go.
and then I
Right.
think there's an A in between. Guan, maybe? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not fluent in
Wagwan is
patois, bro.
fucking hilarious.
Patois.
We'll keep it like that for now. That's fucking really funny. Guaguan. All
Wagwan.
right. All right.
That's good.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, let's get serious here for this next one.
Mm.
Um, you read this one.
All right. So we get into Axe the Cables here, guys. Wow, just your already your second Axe show in just under what 2.5 years or two and a
The
half years
the
here.
privilege of
Under
this
two
kid.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't say into March. Wicca, South of here, first time played since 2014. Stereo, first time played since 2013. Peachtree, first time axed. And Summer Angels, Menacer, first time axed. Into Glass, first time axed. Oh man, that's set one. Set two, like I do, first time acts, it's all right. Into Life's a Symphony, both of those first time acts, it's all right. First time acts between sixth and seventh with Dom Lally, first time played since 2013. Uh, Portal, the portal of all
The portal.
portals. Yep. Dusk into Dance. Give me a fucking break. Uh,
Yo, that's the name of the category. Give me a fucking break, dude.
Aimlessly, Reminisce, Your Infinity, Crystal with Dom Demby
You're
Encore.
welcome.
What the fuck? Yeah, man. I mean, obviously, I think this one goes at the top for now. Of the ones that we've talked about. Like, I feel like Give Me a Break doesn't fully encapsulate it. Is this museum qual this is museum quality. It might
Yeah,
be,
there's no reason we can't repeat categories. This is museum quality STS 9.
Mm,
yeah.
Potentially show
yeah.
of the year
Hmm.
STS 9, but until we get to the bottom of it, let's
Yeah,
let's
Hmm.
we don't want to get too hard in the hyperbole just
yeah.
yet, a quarter of the way through the year. So
Good point.
museum
Good point. We don't have to
quality.
pull those categories out right now. We can move some of these around.
Except Jam of the Year, that's staying. Um, all right. Go ahead and move on to the next one. I'll move this one in here.
All right.
Hmm.
And then talk about a shift in venues, dude. We go from the most beautiful place you can possibly see this band to maybe one of the grossest place you can see this band in Cervantes Masterpiece Ballroom. But we love it there. Magic happened there, and it started with an
Hmm.
F word, set one, and F word and shock doctrine. This is my shit, dude. Um, fucking two of my favorite songs. Mere Soul, Never Never into Dragon City. Welcome back, Dragon City. Love Don't Terrorize to the World instantly. Set two, The Spectacle, EHM, 1103 into Out of This World, Evasive Maneuvers, When the Dust Settles, Reprise into Move My Peeps into Kaya. Encore, Looking Back on Earth into The Rabble. This is my show of the year. Obviously, we're not going to make a category for it yet, but up to this point, this is my show of the year.
Okay, so are you
Hmm.
saying this goes above Axe?
It's at least at the same level as Axed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
thoughts,
It's a
Well,
TJ?
and hold on. I'm just 1/3 of this current panel, and
Yeah,
so if you guys are both prepared to say no, Axe is handedly above it, I can live with putting it one tier below right now, but
I would.
no further than that.
I'm comfortable with that.
Okay.
yeah.
I just
I don't
I don't.
know.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Your opinion matters here.
Yeah, go ahead, TJ.
Um, just being kind of new, it's just they were just so different.
Sure.
And I think just being so new to it, like I just think it's up there. It's up there. That's all I can say. I
Get
don't know. Um, there for
go
me is
go.
just so different between the two.
Yeah, go
Um,
back. Go back to what was the wording that Alana used, Scotty?
Sweat.
To
Yeah, I was just about to say this. Sweat. Yeah, let me hold on. Let me pull up the exact. I think she said sweaty, dirty, filthy. Let me pull up my text with her.
Yeah, I mean, we'll take it from the horse's mouth there, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I think that seems safe.
because
Let's.
I think there's one or two other shows that fall into that category as well from this year so
Yeah,
far.
for sure. Yeah,
mhm.
sweaty, grimy throwdown. And then immediately after she said sweaty, period, grimy, period, raw, period.
Love it. There it is.
There
She
it
did the work
is.
for us.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rockland family. Um, all right, and this was Serbs. Good shit, fellas. We were moving along.
Mhm.
What do we got next here, Scotty?
We got Boston.
Austin.
Big night live. Tell me about this venue, TJ.
Loved it. Loved it. Super awesome. It's kind of got a little bit of separation, kind of like the Eastern, but it's in its own way. Very more low key and center. It's separate in the sense that you have the pit, and then you have like these couches things that are they're not VIP. Anyone can sit there, and the bass just comes through the floor on the couches
General
when you're
admission
standing, and you can
couches.
feel it. They're
That's where you
pretty
would find
chill. They're
Scotty
pretty
for
chill.
sure. Yeah.
No,
Um,
you would not.
I
Come
think
home with bed bugs, bro.
you just love sitting down at STS9 shows.
I
That's
do
what I'm
love
saying.
sitting down, but I like a seat, not like a fucking GA couch.
That's fair. Nothing that has crevices, right? Yeah.
Exactly.
Um, I think so far, guys, this probably goes in the lowest category. I would put Mission above this.
Okay, so we got Peeps and Celadus into Freak Suite, Reminisce 118 balancing into Vapors, Big Basin, Nudon, Glass into Ramon, Sky High Circus, Blue Mood, Click Clang Echo, When the Dust Settles, Native and Reemergence.
Oh
Okay.
man. So I mean
A fire encore.
The Enceladus frequencies is so sick from this, and it's one of my favorite. Uh, it's been a big like calendar year for Enceladus,
Yeah.
right? Um, so I don't know what jumps out of the page theme wise for you on this.
I would say
Native.
I would call this an average nightlife.
Average night live.
Above average nightlife. Let's be nice. We
Above
can call it an
average
above
night
average
live.
nightlife. I don't know if I would call it a big nightlife. Certainly not a huge nightlife.
No.
Um, but an above average nightlife.
Love that. All right. Well, let's get that in there. And then we move along the East Coast,
Oh yeah.
correct? Is Cap the Cap show next?
Yep. I'll do this one too because it's my birthday show. Set one, never, never,
Oh.
soul slap into totem into grow. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Real and imagine the rabble beyond right now. Rent. Set two, feel it. Love when you see a feel it pop up in the wild. March, life's a symphony and unity. It's all right. Dusk into monkey music into dark star into monkey music. That's fucking
Yeah, so
stupid.
I think you know what I was thinking with what
Yeah,
a fucking
Better Day
ride.
remix aimlessly encore. What were you thinking for this?
With this
What a fucking
tier right
ride.
here. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Dusk, Monkey, um Dark
Dark,
Star.
yeah, Dark
Yeah,
Star
that.
Monkey.
Yeah, that was the other one I was thinking right off the bat with
And Soul
this
Slap
one
Totem
here.
Grow too.
Yep,
Um,
scrotum.
That's right. That's right. The namesake of our episode. How could I forget?
Yep.
Yeah, no, what a fucking ride. I'm totally cool with that. Any objections there, TJ?
No, no. I wish I was on that ride.
Yeah,
That's the
you
only
should.
objection.
All right,
You
Nate,
must be
take.
this tall to ride this ride.
Take us to
Cool.
Urban
So
Plaza.
next we had Irving Plaza here, New York City proper. Menacer in the When the Dust Settles reprise. Worry No More, Portal into G Funk. That is some just absolute fuckery right there. That G Funk, I think, is when we listen to Presence of Light, Evasive, Kamwai. That gets someone like you going, TJ, with hey, we opened up the episode with a nice Evasive for you, that being your favorite song. And I mean, this one is absolutely ridiculous. This Kamwai is so good. Set to STS9, Strange Games, ABC's Like I Do into Arigato, Something Level Up Remix, Shaky Ground Mod, Encore, Surreality, Eve. Um, yeah, I'm thinking this is either Wagwan or Sweaty, Grimy, Raw. Um,
Word. Okay.
yeah. What do you think, Scotty?
I don't
It's
have a
better. It's better
Okay.
than Boston. I think it might be Wagwan.
Mm.
I
I
put
think
it.
It's
yeah, they're kind of saying what's up.
What up? Eh,
Hmm.
I don't know, man. I don't know how I don't know how I feel about this show. Um, it there's a G funk there, so I love that. But as far as the other shows in the other set list that we've gone through so far, I mean, I don't know.
I think it's better than Boston. I think this is the perfect spot for it right here.
Okay, yeah. Let's put it in Wagwan for now.
Yeah. Again, nothing's permanent here on the S tier list. That's the beautiful thing
Hmm.
about it. Scotty, take us to, well, what would have been Philly, but now we go to Pittsburgh, correct?
Correct. The Roxy Theater. We've
All right,
got
but before we do that, our man TJ selected another clip from
ah
this show that was on the cutting room floor. So figured, why don't we listen to a little bit of it too to go back to that night? So
sick.
sound good with you guys?
Oh yeah.
Do it.
All right.
Hmm. that modular section they added in the middle of that song is, I don't know if that's technically a modular or what, but that little
I
like
yeah, it's definitely different from a typical you don't say. That's a great pull, TJ. I texted Nate at the beginning of that. I'm so glad this song got played because this isn't one that I think me and Nate would naturally go to. I think it was Cutting Room Floor, wasn't it, Nate?
Yeah, we had talked about I like it was just we what did we recap 4 shows
Yeah.
in one episode? That was kind of a problem.
Yeah.
And I mean like talk about setting the tone, right? For what the rest of the rest of what happened for the remainder of this week is
mm,
just generational STS9 this Southeast run. Um,
mm,
and I mean, listen, I thought the Colorado 5 nut run was good, but I'm gonna be making a strong, strong push for a lot of these shows being ranked above the ones that we've gone through so far here.
Okay.
But
So let's get into it because I think I've
yeah.
got a pretty good name for it, but I'm interested to hear what you guys think. So we've got You Don't Say, Really What, Glass in the Poseidon. Ooh.
Woo!
Yeah.
Woo!
Oil and Water, Peachtree, Walk the Sky, Arrowhead, Crystal Instrument.
Arrowhead, that arrowhead is goaded.
Yeah, yeah. Moonsocket, Menacer, Searchlight, a Low Swagga, Shaky Ground, Get Loud, Your Infinity, Hubble, Encore Breathe In. Um,
Mm.
so I I'm never sure what I can share about what I learn about these shows, but I made a comment when we were going over these shows that this is a very choppy second set. There's not a single seg in there.
That's right.
Yeah,
Oh
and
man, that was our big thing, right?
yeah, and I since learned that that we were on to something there.
Okay.
There was a little bit of rearranging that happened in some moments that wouldn't have happened otherwise. I think that's all I'm going to say about that. But
Okay.
even so, I don't.
We'll talk offline.
Yeah, I don't want to make it about that. Because this is still a really good show on paper. To me, this screams working man's STS9.
Ooh.
It's in Pittsburgh. You've got you've got like Oil and Water and Moonsocket and Glass and You Don't Say. Like you see what I'm saying? I don't know what Working Man's
Yeah, and
STS9 is,
you're
but it's
you're
that.
you're in the Rust Belt, right? Is that what they
Sure.
call that? Pittsburgh, right?
I think the Rust is the
Just
Rust Belt up.
basically Ohio. Yeah, like
Yeah.
Pittsburgh is pretty much Ohio. Like, I love that. Working man's Sector 9. How about that?
So where do we put it now?
Above Wagwan, I think.
Yeah, above
mm.
Wagwan, below Jam of the Year, though. I think so. We're not putting Fort Collins below this.
No, what a
Yeah,
fucking
I agree
ride
with
is
that.
below it. Here. This you guys
Okay,
get
yeah,
an
pull it
idea
up.
where we're at here. And again, once we have everything tiered out, we'll do another discussion of what we can do. I don't know
Yeah,
why it's doing this. Like working man.
yeah.
Working
Hmm.
moms.
Work. See it. I don't love that. Here, let's do this. Working man's Sector 9.
Yeah, cool.
All right.
Nice. Okay.
I like
Above.
that. TJ, you on board?
Yeah, definitely. I definitely think it's better than Mission, for sure. And those two, um,
All right, let's do it.
and a close to Aspen, close to Aspen. I think to Scotty's point, and maybe it had a few segs in there. It could have been up there. It would
Yes,
have been a
I
longer
agree.
ride if you got more segues. It's a longer ride.
I think if this is a less choppy second set, we're talking about it on the complete opposite end of the
It could
spectrum.
be up here.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
I like that a lot. So yeah, let's move along to the rest of this southeast run here. Um, we go on to the Jefferson Theater. Oh, okay. All right. All right.
Damn.
Musical story, yes, into Strange Games, into something. Never Never, Golden Gate, Big Basin, G-Funk into Equinox,
Yeah.
EHM. This second set, holy fuck. Set two, Gob Nugget into Mischief, which
Mischief.
I mean that clip that we played on here was absolutely insane.
Mhm.
Instantly Dusk into that orbital, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Oh my God. Presence of
Damn.
Light into Walk the Light. That's fun. Then lift you up into the best vapors of all time. No questions asked
Yeah,
about
dude.
it.
Yeah.
Not taking notes on that.
Hmm.
It's not even close. King Pharaoh's Tomb. Encore.
No,
Bust
this
out.
is
That had been a while for this one. This is really good. This might be. I'm thinking it's up here.
so we've got jams of the year. Do we want a segs of the year category? Or seg of the year? Segs of the year? We don't have to. I'm
Um,
just throwing that out
that's I
there.
think Segs of the year are the What a Fucking Ride, right?
Okay,
Right.
so
That's kind of
okay,
what we're seeing.
so let's
But
so let's
I put
talk about that. You think
yeah,
you think this is solidly above a what a fucking ride show?
I think this is if we look at the shows in that category, Belly Up and Cap. I think it's better than both of those. I think it's
The
better
structure of
than
that second set is fire, man. The
yeah,
structure is
I think
insane.
it's a dance party. You heard Zach talking about it on the like soundboard about like how like fucking everyone was just raging. He's like Virginia's for lovers. Holy shit, you guys are raging. I think this is in our SGR category.
Okay. That
Oh.
Virginia's for Lovers is a funny name for a category too.
It is. But I think
Yeah, cool. We can go SGR for this one.
Mhm.
okay, cool. Take us to
I
our
might,
next.
I might politic to add that in a later episode. I might not be done with Virginia's for Lovers. That's really
That's
funny.
fair.
Uh,
Yeah.
all right, Cat's Cradle. By all accounts, this venue was fucking gross. Um, but very similar to Cervantes. STS9 plays really well in gross venues. This set on paper, guys. We set one nude on New Day into Arigato. Then we've got balancing into It's All Right. Out of This World, Portal to Starry Pass, Sky High. Set two, F
This
word
is
into
yeah.
Tooth,
Hmm.
Water Song, Human Dream, Like I Do into Feel It, into Hidden Hand, Hidden Fist, into Call Jam, into Hidden Hand, Hidden Fist. Better Day, Better Day remix, World Go Round, One a Day Grow Encore.
Man. Okay. Well, here's the thing. I think this is a pretty
Tough one.
crazy ride.
I, yeah, I think
Is this show better than Fort Collins? No. Altogether.
no. What
No.
actually, TJ, what do you think?
Um, I think again the structure is there. So I feel like it's got to be in what a fucking ride at least, especially with that second set, man. Like the way it's moving.
Yeah.
Um, um, at least.
Yep.
Will we
What do you?
put it above both? Will we put it above those two though?
Yeah, I don't know. I like What a Fucking Ride for this one.
I think what a fucking
Um,
ride. I go back and forth. I think on paper it probably is a little bit stronger than Fort Collins and the Cap Theater, but I was at Fort Collins. I feel very strongly for that show, and I think on paper this one's a little bit better than in execution, especially compared to Fort Collins.
all right. Well, let's get into our last two, where all three of us were in attendance. So that's fun.
Mhm.
Night one at the Eastern. All right. Shock Doctrine, Your Soul and Be Nice to the World, with Reminisce Teases. That should have an alligator mouth right here. That should
Yeah.
be a segue, right? To the World into Reminisce, into Big Basin. When the Dust Settles, March. Set 2, meta meme into tapping. Life's a symphony in unity. It's all right. Wicca, something level up remix. Walk the sky. Click Lang Echo. ABCs. Encore. B polls. Guys, I had a thought about this show, and
Okay.
I'm thinking the same thing after I read it. Is this an above average night live?
Oh, really, man? You're gonna fucking do this to an Atlanta show?
Bro, I don't know, man. Like this one had its moments, and I think when To the World and to Reminisce is the moment of the show, I think that speaks a little bit to the rest of it. I mean, this Wicca was out of fucking control
The
as
tap
well.
in with the lasers.
Yeah,
The
but like,
Yeah.
like I mean, is that really what we're here for? Part of the reason we're
I
here,
thi-
but
do how about this? No, I think it's above Boston. I don't think it's
they're at
above.
least saying what's up, Atlanta. At minimum, they're at least saying what's up, what's going
No,
on.
so
Wagwan.
how about this? I can live with bringing back second night was better. How do you feel about that?
We have so many categories.
You're
I think
right.
Wag
Okay.
I've
All
fixed
right.
it. I
Above
fi
average night life. This is a work. This is a living, breathing document. We will be able to readdress this.
Exactly. All right.
There will be worse shows than the night one of
Oh,
Atlanta. I'm certain of
for
it.
sure this year. Yes, absolutely. I mean, dude, the fact that our lowest category says above average speaks to how we feel about how the year has gone so far, for sure. This
Sure.
is no disrespect meant. That being said, let's change the fucking tone because my God, February 28th, 2026 at the Eastern in Atlanta, Georgia. Before we get into it, so TJ, your first Atlanta shows, right? You're a post tabby baby.
Yes, you are.
What
Let's go.
do you know how good we have it at the Eastern?
Damn.
Is
Dude, the
this your
sound.
favorite place you've seen them? Let me ask you
Oh
that.
my God, yeah. Oh my
Hmm.
God, yeah, dude. It's probably like the only indoor venue where I felt like I didn't need to wear earplugs. The sound. I was thinking about this too. The only bad thing about it is that there's so many great seats in the house that you're going to be missing out on one of the best seats in the house because you just can't be everywhere.
Right.
What an
It's just,
observation.
yeah, just like it's from what everyone said and just my own experience from where they were at. I mean, like the views and all sounds, all light, it all was on 100%. It can all be, yeah, it's fire, man, fire.
Yeah.
I want to go.
All right.
I've heard though that the vibes at the Tabernacle have been insane. I would love to experience that.
They're
So
cool, and definitely as
yeah.
somebody who hasn't been there, I hope you get to experience that one day. That being
I think
said,
he will. I think there's no chance they don't go back
I
before
I
it's all said
hope
and done.
if they do, it's like a
One night.
one night at the Tabernacle and two more nights at the Eastern because I don't
Yes.
ever need a
Ooh.
multiple
Mm-hmm.
night Tabernacle run again.
Scotty,
Mm-hmm.
what if they hit first night Roxy? Let,
Oh, if they
let's
did a
do
Colorado style.
let's do like like let's say it's October in Atlanta.
Okay,
Uh Thursday through Sunday. Thursday
okay.
night Roxy, Friday,
Well, hold on.
Saturday.
No. Hold on. If we're gonna do it true to form, Thursday night needs to be like no. Thursday night needs to be Athens.
Okay.
Thursday night
Yeah.
Athens.
Friday Eastern,
Friday,
Saturday Roxy,
yeah, Saturday Roxy,
Sunday Tabernacle.
Sunday Tabernacle. Yeah,
That would be
yeah,
insane.
for
Fuck
church.
yeah.
That's
Then I could
brilliant.
finally make it to the fucking Georgia Theater. Yeah, okay. So like getting into this show, right? Home Park interlude into Peachtree. Some of the fire most playing ever on this really what Menacer, long awaited, very warm welcomed, high key. Uh,
Oh no,
we'll meet in our dreams into the spectacle, into we'll meet in our dreams. That's the that's the segment of the year so far, in my
no.
opinion.
You've never seen Nate
That's
happier at an STS9 show.
And then they followed up with this awesome and unquestionable. And then you think it's over after that. They pop you with this fucking mod, which is the a la Scotty's favorite type of mod.
Yes.
Um, and then set to monkey music, elongated
Special monkey
intro,
movie.
Your Infinity, Inspire, Beyond Right Now, Glowly, Shaky Ground, Sun, Moon, and Stars, and the Love Don't Tear Eyes opening encore. Yeah, boys. I don't know. I think if this ain't museum quality, then fucking cancel my museum fucking membership. Jesus.
Let me see what we got up here.
All right.
This is
So we have Charlottesville and serves in our second category here. And we have it would sit along Axed so far in museum quality STS9.
I gotta be honest, I'm not comfortable with putting this next to the Axe show.
What?
I
TJ, you were at both?
but
Dude,
yeah,
that's
go
such
ahead.
a tough question. So I would say like on paper like sweaty, grimy, and raw, but like the venue just elevates it higher than that.
Yeah, because it's not sweaty
It
and grimy
takes
and
it to
raw.
mu it
It's
it
cold
takes
in
it to
there.
Atlanta. Yeah, but the Atlanta takes it to it being museum quality.
Okay. I'm actually okay with this the more I think about it because I think about just the even the vibe of Saturday night at the Eastern was
Yep.
very similar to Sunday at Cervantes for me
Mhm.
personally, and we're the ones making this list. So, like I was around so many people. Like oftentimes because of the fact that I like to be on the balcony, I'm only around a few people that I really love in a room full of 100 people. I felt like we had like a group of 20, 25 people that I really liked being around that night.
Hmm.
Cervantes is very similar. Both venues are very functional for that, right? Somebody also said this about Levitt Pavilion. There's certain venues that just allow you to find your people a little bit easier. That's another nice thing I can say about the Eastern is it's definitely one of those. So yeah, I think all that being said to say, I think I changed my mind. I think museum quality STS9 is about more than just what's on paper. It's about the whole experience. And yeah, this was every bit as good in a completely different way as the Axe the Cables or a Cervantes. But the venue, I agree, kind of elevates it to that top tier.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right, boys. Well,
Mm.
here is what we got. I mean, I feel good about this. I don't think we have to move a whole lot around.
Not
At
right now, at least. No way.
at the top, we have museum quality STS9 with AXA Cables, Eastern Night 2. Sweaty, grimy, raw. We have Cervantes and the Jefferson Theater. So far, I think those are the top four shows of the year. I think that's pretty true. And then in the fifth show of the year, I think we'd have I think this is in a category of itself, changing jams of the year to jam of the year to Jabez from Fort Collins. Um, what a fucking ride with all these segues from at Belly Up, Cat's Cradle, and the Cap. Working Men's Sector 9 in the Rust Belt in Pittsburgh. Wagwan. Again, got the spelling right now here. Our young man TJ
Let's
helped me out
go.
with that. Mission and Irving Plaza. Above Average Night Live. Boston and the Eastern Night 1. I think that's pretty good.
Good
Good
list.
job, guys.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
this is
We're
fun.
do-
TJ, thank you for being a part of this this new iteration of this S tier that we're doing. I think we've laid some good groundwork here.
Yeah.
we're doing important work here. Very important stuff here. Um, TJ, man, tell us where can people catch you next, man? What's on the docket for you?
Um, I got nothing right now for the next tribe shows. I'm waiting for him to drop the summer set and then go from there. Um, Trying to hit some logistics and do it right. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Yeah, I'm just waiting for the summer to drop, so I can start traveling a little bit more. I'm a little bit more free in the summer, so
Right.
Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. Because
Hold
like,
on.
yeah, just hmm go
I don't
on.
I don't mean to cut you off. I had a part of that I wanted to do because I don't know short of like a Bodie or one of those like very very young guests. There is a section on the soundtribe.us it's thing where you can do your profile and keep up with your songs and whatnot. There's songs you've seen, there's songs you haven't seen. And your list of songs you haven't seen is, I mean, for someone like me and Nate, it's worth smiling about because you've got so much good stuff ahead of you, brother. Obviously, the most played song that you'll never see is Murph. But then this man does not have a Come Why under his belt yet.
Woo!
I'm pumped for that. Yeah, I'm chasing that, bro, hard,
He does
Holy
not.
hard.
shit. For
He does.
how well this guy talks ball, I hope I'm there for that.
No, that's what I'm
Let's
saying,
go.
dude. With the with in it, I like that we're doing it at the end of the episode because you've got so much ahead of you. He's never gotten a Ramon. Never gotten
Mm,
a What Is
Forgot
Love. He
that.
got his tap. He hasn't updated it since Atlanta. He got his tap and he got his Unquestionable. He
I
got
did.
his Dust. Tokyo. He got
Huge.
his
Those were
Mischief.
huge.
Got his Orbital. Low Swagger. Freak Sweet. Got your. No, you didn't get a one. Yeah, one a day. Yeah, got your one a day. But man, how fun. Your most heard songs. Not too bad. Obviously modular, but then you've got Four Glasses, Four Never Nevers. Three dances.
Mm.
That's pretty good.
that's
Yeah.
doing real good there. Yeah.
Yeah, three grows, three hubbles. So you've
Yeah.
got you've seen some good shit. We've talked about it, but man,
Oh
thank
yeah.
you for
Well, yeah, to
yeah.
flip it to him, what are you chasing most? What are you looking for?
It's like why 2012 is huge for me.
Okay.
Hmm.
I just think that one's just an absolute savage of a banger. Um, and dude, if they would do Robot Rock maybe one more time. I
Damn.
think they've only played it once or twice. But I was a huge Daft Punk fan. And I know that's out of left field, but yeah, that would be crazy to watch because I grew up listening to Daft Punk. So just to hear that version of how they do it would be a dream come true for sure.
I'm thinking if they bust out Voyager, that would be sick. They've never done that before. That would be my Daft Punk pick. But
Ooh,
Man,
yeah.
ooh,
short of Get Lucky, Alana's never touched Daft Punk with STS9.
No.
There's a lot of fertile ground there that
Oh yeah.
every once in a while we talk about cover sets. That's not a bad idea.
And he's
heck
got to
yeah.
see his first improv show. He hasn't seen a wave spell show yet either. So the first time that comes back. Oh boy. Well, again, TJ, thank you for joining us, man. Excited to have
Thank
you
you guys.
on the show. Excited to have you be a part of the community. Excited to continue to see you at more shows. If you guys see TJ in the crowd, say what up. But other than
I
that,
might be
thank you
wearing a
guys for
burger
watching.
hat.
Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for watching, listening, whether you're watching on YouTube or listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Throw us a like, throw us a subscribe, throw us a comment or review if you're feeling nice. Other than that, goal line eye, chest
Well, and
pads.
and and one more little announcement, guys. We've got a really really cool guest next week.
Mm,
And this man has been on stage with STS9 dozens and dozens of times. And not so much recently, but holds a special part in the band's history and a special part in art history in general. He carries his own shadow outside of the band. We've got Anthony Flowers Ward coming on next week, and we are going to pick his brain about the flowers that he loves so much. This is one that I've been really excited about, and we're pumped to bring it to you guys next week.
fuck yeah. Nice little tease there, Scotty.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all. Have a good weekend.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
You